What's up guys, Nico and me here, and today I'm talking about Shirodesuna, the new Sandcastle Pokemon. It's a very interesting Pokemon that I really like. Most people, they typically don't really like the inanimate objects like Vanillux, the snow cone, or Klefki, a pair of keys, and now we have Shirodesuna, the Sandcastle Pokemon. I actually don't mind them. Typically, I like them. I think they're interesting, and I don't really hate a Pokemon just because it's based off a real thing, and this one is definitely not one of those. Now, don't get me wrong, sometimes it can be looked as lazy, but I think this one looks cool. It looks like a Pokemon sandcastle, not just a sandcastle with eyes. So it's a ghost ground type. I didn't really think it would be a ghost, but that's very cool typing. It's the second one of that type. The first one being Golurk, that weird transformer looking Titan thing in Gen 5. And it's a pretty good typing. I mean, it's weak to water and ghost and dark, but it's also immune to normal and fighting types, so that's pretty good too. And it can also hurt lots of Pokemon with stab moves, so I wouldn't worry too much about the typing. Like I always do, I made a little sheet of a possible moveset, what its stats could be like, what item it would hold, basically theoretically what the Pokemon will be like competitively, and what you should use with it in the game when you play. I have a playlist of all of the Pokemon I've done so far. I think I've done like 10 plus, so if you want to see Pokemon Sun and Moon Pokemon competitively, you can check those out too. But on to the Pokemon. So I thought it would be kind of resemblant to Cofagrigus. Not only is it another inanimate object, a coffin, now a sandcastle, and a ghost type, but I feel like it's going to be very bulky, and I think it has two ways of being bulky. Either it can be bulky in the way of being very physically and specially defensive, but it could also be kind of like a ghost type Chansey, where it could be very full of HP. Comment down below which one you would rather have. I think it's going to be more defensive rather than tons of HP, but I think it's going to have lots of HP, not as much as Chansey or Blissey, but still a lot, and lots of physically and specially defensive moves. I gave it Will-O-Wisp because not only does Will-O-Wisp give it burn damage, but you also get your opponent to have half attack, so that'll make it even harder for them to do damage to this thing. I gave it Shadow Ball because, let's be honest, I think it's going to be a special attacker. Its physical attack will not be that great, because does a sandcastle really punch anyone? I mean, I don't think the sandcastle is going to move to shadow punch you. Like, it's probably not going to happen, but I do see it hitting from afar with Shadow Ball and also Earth Power, since it's a ground type Pokemon. Obviously, a lot of defensive Pokemon benefit from recovering, so I give it Recover, so after it takes them a long time to finally do damage to you, you can just recover that life back, while also wasting their time getting burned. So I think that'd be cool. I also gave it, if it doesn't learn Recover, Pain Split. That way you can hurt your opponent while also gaining life in the same turn. I gave it the item Leftovers because it's going to be so bulky. I feel like it's like, let's say, I don't know, your opponent uses a dragon type move. It uses Dragon Pulse, and it has 40% of its life. Well, Recover will recover all that back, but Leftovers, in 2-3 turns, that's going to be half of what it did. So I feel like because it's so bulky, because it has Will-O-Wisp, it can recover on itself, but because Leftovers is such a powerful item, recovering more than it should, it would just help the Pokemon a lot. So all in all, I think it's going to be a bulky, either specially and physically defensive, or HP wise, and have specially attacking moves. The special attacking moves aren't going to do a ton of damage because most of its stats will be in its defenses and HP, but it'll still do a relatively good amount, especially because Will-O-Wisp will be doing pretty good damage every single turn. So, yep, thank you for watching. For more Pokemon Sun Moon news and discussions over Pokemon, make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit the playlist in the description below so you can watch all the other Pokemon I did. Recently, I did the new Alolan Ninetales, and soon I'll be doing the Alolan Marowak. So make sure to stay tuned for that, and I'll see you guys next time.